Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. This week, our guest, talking about you-know-what, among other topics, is attorney Tanisha Sullivan. She's president of the Boston chapter of the NAACP. Tanisha, welcome.
Thank you, John. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you today.
Thank you, as always, for joining us. Now, you announced recently that the annual NAACP convention, which was set to return to Boston in July for the first time since the early 1980s, will be postponed, not canceled. What does that mean? I mean, I know it's a work in progress, but what's the state of the art of your thinking? You thinking about a virtual convention of some kind?
It's a great question, John. I mean, the reality is that how we proceed will really be contingent upon how well we do nationally with respect to the response to this virus. Certainly, we recognize that the demographic of folks who attend an NAACP convention as delegates, primarily Black folks and also older Americans. And you know, those are the Americans that unfortunately, who are being disproportionately impacted by this virus from a severity standpoint, hospitalization rates and mortality rates. That being said, I think, you know, one of the things that is good in this moment is that from a local standpoint, we have maintained for now over a year that the work and the preparation for this convention should not just be about the event, but that it really should be about really serving as a catalyst for the systemic work that needs to happen in our community every day. And if anything, this virus has really laid bare for all of us the reality that there are systemic racial inequities that put communities of color in harm's way, even from a virus that would otherwise be considered, you know, indiscriminate. So we are continuing to prepare for a convention, but also continuing to do the work of the NAACP.
The Black community is disproportionately represented in terms of frontline workers. People of color, lower income people tend to be, and when you're talking about working in the medical establishment, nursing homes and the like. Also, there's a lot of small business activity in the community you serve. Where do you stand in the whole argument over reopening? Are the governor and the mayor being too cautious, not cautious enough, or do they have it just right?
I think it's critically important that the science lead the decision-making, and right now, and that the data lead the decision-making. And right now, what we know is that we do not have this virus under control. And that is primarily because we haven't ramped up testing capacity to the point where we can say with some degree of certainty that we've been able to start bending the curve. That being said, we recognize that, as you mentioned, I mean, look, the Black community, the Latinx community, low-income communities, working-class families across this Commonwealth are feeling the hit, the economic hit of this more than anybody. And they're also feeling the health hit of this more than anybody. And so we've got to make sure that when we think about reopening, we're putting health and safety first from a testing standpoint. And also when we do reopen, we need to make sure that workers are protected on the job, that they have access to PPE that is employer provided, that they have access to breaks to make sure that they're doing the appropriate hand washing. So absolutely, we've got to make sure that our most vulnerable are protected, both with respect to the health side of this as well as the economic.